Well, so it's the Delhi Capitals, and I have with me Ashish, one of their biggest fans from their since their inception, I should say. And I mean, sorry to say, but he's left heartbroken yet again, as DC have to wait for yet another year, as has been the story for them over years, over decades. And this was probably even more heartbreaking if we consider the fact that they were 4 out of 4, and then they lost that Mumbai game out of some stupidity. That ball from Mitchell Sandner probably changed Delhi's fortunes. Mumbai's fortunes went up and up. Delhi's went down and down. They had still some moments of brilliance from Mitchell Stark, from KL Rahul, but ultimately they couldn't close out the season and just were left out of the top four, ending on fifth position. So I would like to discuss with Ashish regarding DC's weaknesses and strengths throughout the season, and maybe what good they can do next season. So, what just went wrong for them, Ashish?
It all started from them not picking a replacement for Harry Brook in time. Maybe the early wins gave the management an ego boost. Not picking any replacement for Harry Brook was, and then making those desperate replacement, bringing Atal into the mix. Those were I felt that is where the actual problem began. Management is probably the one of the biggest reason for their failure. They have made very terrible decisions, like not giving not to any Natarajan any game time. That was a big blunder. They
Yeah, I mean,
trusted.
Natarajan, they bought him for around 10.75, if I'm not wrong. And they bought him in that finally in that Sunrisers match, which got watched out eventually. And then he bowled, I think, 1.3 or something against
Yeah,
in that Dharamshala game, got a wicket. Then he played only one full match against that Gujarat Titans, and he was used also in a wrong manner. I mean, Nattu's strength is bowling in those defensive overs, the slog overs, or with the middle overs, that fifth, sixth over of the power play. They used him straight away with the new ball. He's not someone like a Trent Bolt or a Mitchell Stark who will swing the new ball. So there was absolutely no point playing him there. I think there's been quite a few scenarios where they have misused their resources also. They've misused
yeah,
Natarajan.
yeah, Natarajan, and it is not like the other ballers actually played well in the power play. Both with the ball and the bat in hand, Delhi Capitals were terrible in the power play. They lost wickets. They didn't pick wickets. Mukesh, Mohit, even those guys, Mukesh especially, Stark space as well. Apart from the SRS game, with the new ball in hand, they were not up to the mark. Uh, that was another problem. The another problem was Porel got enough chances, but he couldn't make it big, and his hitting ability against spin was really bad. Then comes in the spin duo, Kuldeep and Akshar Patel. Akshar Patel this season played more like a batter than a bowler. Uh, Maybe his captaincy pressure or the injury on his hand uh, might be the reason for his poor bowling performances. But Kuldeep and Akshar combined didn't do pick up those middle over wickets. Kuldeep, although being economical, probably going at the rate of
Yeah, I
7.07
think
runs,
also DC
but
just kept
it,
on shuffling their order. I mean, that batting order never just came together sort of in that opening. If I speak of Faf du Plessis started the season on a decent note, got that 50 against SRH, then he got injured, then all of a sudden they brought him, and Faf was nowhere close to his good form in the second half. When he came back, he was struggling with his timing, played quite a few negative knocks also. Karun played one good knock, then he faded away. They've somewhere sometimes they pushed Podel to open the innings. He didn't work. So I mean, there was sort of a chaos at the top.
exactly. Not only at the top throughout the innings, throughout the batting order, they just couldn't decide upon the batting order, moving entire thing up and down, and everything was really terrible.
And the replacements, I mean, you are picking Chamira, you are picking Sadiqullah Adal. They didn't bring any good replacements. They didn't try to go after Devil Brevis. Maybe the contract didn't go ahead. So, anyways, I mean, the replacements weren't, any of them weren't convincing. And I think that's a place where they lost out on a lot of things. But yeah, definitely, as there will be negatives, there will be some positives
Well,
also. And the biggest positive will be that young kid, Vipraj Nigam.
Vipraj Nigam and Samir Rizvi in the last game has given some hope. Like with the way Samir Rizvi played in the last game and Vipraj played, they are probably gonna find their place in the starting 11,
Yeah, I mean,
starting
Vipraj
next.
made a mark in the first game itself. He
Yeah. In the
almost, I
first,
think, got Puran out. They dropped the catch and then the
yeah,
chase.
exactly. Rizvi was the guy who dropped the catch, if I'm not wrong. But
Yeah.
yes, And not only that, continuously he was the guy who was bringing the first breakthrough with the ball or runouts. He was the guy in the breakthrough, and whenever he got a chance to bat, he made an impact. With the Mumbai game, he made the impact. Both the Mumbai games, he scored quick runs. LSG game, he played that innings. So yeah, definitely Viplas Nigam is the find of the season. And Rizvi, the last game he played, he showed for two continuous season he was a flop, and then suddenly one innings that
Yeah,
proved his.
and definitely Ashutosh. I mean, Ashutosh was very good
He was,
again. He continued from where he left last year in Punjab. So Ashutosh was also very good, and I think the young stars were good. Kuldeep was again very good. Yeah, Stark had a couple of very good games. That SRH game and that RR game, where he bowled a sensational spell in those death overs, then bowled the super over also. But I mean, on either side of those games, he had poor games as well. Uh, I
yeah,
think Mukesh wasn't convincing again, and the other bowlers were timid enough, not good enough. But KL Rahul also, I think KL Rahul after his last year with LSG, his strike rate improved a bit, and he had some decent knocks for Delhi.
yep, yeah. So what's coming to the point of what Delhi Capitals can really do well next season is
Yeah,
maybe open with KL Rahul consistently, bring a good opening player partner with KL Rahul. If you want to open with Porel, then bring a player at number three who can strike, because otherwise, if you have KL, Porel, and Faf kind of top three, then your power play run's gonna dry up.
yeah, I think
Which
they should let go of Faf. Faf is well past his prime. Age has caught up with him, and JFM is a curious case. I mean, the only thing JFM brought with him this year was luck, maybe. Till the time he was playing, DC had that golden run, and then all of a sudden it went down. But I think JFM has faded away. He needs to just focus on the basics, go back to the drawing room, and maybe come back a better player like Devil Brevis has done. So if JFM can do that very well, else he might get lost very soon.
yes, that's true.
So I mean,
And
yeah, Delhi will have a few things to answer next year. I mean,
but
FAF, JFM.
somehow managed to fix the problems from this year. Partner start with a good bowler and make a good top order batting. Uh, find someone who can bat with KL Rahul. They
Yeah,
are
I think
sorted.
they need to fix that top order. Maybe a few in the bowling. That lower order is good with Tristan Stubbs, Ashutosh, Vipraj. They have got enough power hitters down the line.
Yeah, yeah. One foreigner who can bat at the top order, one foreign pacer. Because with Rizvi, Karun Nair also did well. Karun Nair can get a chance in the starting 11 as well. With this, you can have the Indian middle order with Stubbs finishing, a foreigner at top, a foreigner in the middle.
Yeah, yeah, and the good thing for DC will be these are not very rare commodities. You can easily get a good top order overseas player, and you can easily get a overseas pacer. And it's not even that they need a wicket keeper. They have already got KL Abhishek with the glove who
Yeah,
can do the glove work.
Abhishek, Stubbs, we have a lot of.
Yeah, even I think Rizvi can also do the glove work at times. So they have got enough guys who can do that. So
So
I think
yeah,
yeah,
the
DC.
one foreign pacer, one top
Yeah,
order batsman who can be explosive, not a.
yeah, definitely. I mean, so I think that's what they
These
need to
two
focus
points
on.
can fix a lot of DC's pain
Yeah,
points.
and come back stronger next season. So that's it for the Delhi Capitals. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe the channel. Please share the video with as many guys as possible. Till then, cheers. Goodbye.
And peace out.